So let's solve some coding challenges. This one's first unique character in string. Let's first read the description. Given a string, find the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. If it doesn't exist, return -1. If we look at examples here, we are giving a string LeetCode and the return value is 0. And if we are giving string love LeetCode, the return value is 2. So right now, what I want you to do is just pause the video and try to find a solution on your own and then get back to me. Okay, so let's look at the solutions. So if we are giving a string LeetCode, the return value is 0, which corresponds to the index of the letter, which is this guy. So this should be first unique character inside the string. So if we look at the substring, we see that indeed it's the first and it's unique in this letter. So the next example is love LeetCode. And the return value is 2, right? It corresponds to this guy here. So the letter V. If you look, if this is true, okay, so if we have letter L, we found another one here, so this is cool. The letter O, it's also here, so it's not unique. And the V, it's not anywhere else, so this is correct response, right? Correct return value is 2. Okay. So one way of solving this coding challenge is to use hash tables. We will be putting the letters in the hash table. Let's name it count. Right. Okay. So what we'll be doing here is just having a pointer. And if the letter is inside the hash table, we will increment that by 1, or if it's not present, just initialize it with 1. So L is not present, let's initialize by 1, move the pointer to the right. E is not inside the hash table, move pointer. Okay, now another E, so it's E is already in the hash table. Let's increment by 1, so it's 2. Move pointer T. So the letter T is not present. Let's just initialize T by 1. C, same. Move pointer O. Okay. We have D. D is also not present. Initialize by 1, move pointer to the right. We have E. E is already present, so let's increment E by 1. And now pointer is past the string length, so we terminate the for loop. So this is one iteration over the whole string. We have count hash table, that's each letter, and we know how many times it's repeated inside the string. So what we'll do next is do another pass through the string, and we will look for each string we will look at the hash table, and if it's equal to 1, which means that it's unique character, we will just return the value. And okay, we start with the beginning, it's 0. We look at the hash table, it's 1. Okay, 1, exactly what we're looking at, and just return the index 0, which is correct. Okay, let's look at the time space complexity. So for time, it's O of n. We're actually doing 2 passes through the string, so it's n plus n, which is the same as 2 times n, but with big O notation we can drop constant, so it's just n, which is correct. So for space, we would assume that it's O of n, right? Because for each letter, we're initializing that letter and put it in the hash table. But there are actually just 26 numbers in the English alphabet. So this is a constant, and it's actually of one space, right? It doesn't matter if we have string that is 100 letters or 1 million. It will still be 26 characters, and we'll just increment the number, corresponding number, right? Okay. So let's come up. Let's just code this pseudocode. So first thing we need to do is just initialize count variable to the empty hash. We'll do first a for loop, which will populate the hash table, right? Okay, what we're doing here is saying, okay, go through every character, and for every character, give back the corresponding number count and add by 1. This count character, it can return number or undefined. If there is undefined, meaning that the letter is not inside a count, in JavaScript, undefined plus 1 results to none, which is false value, and that's why it short circuits to 1, right? Okay, so now we have populated our hash table, and we need to do a second pass, so second for loop. So we'll be doing a for in loop, because we need an index, and if this character has a count just 1, so it's unique, just return index, right? But if we don't return anything for this, meaning that we don't have any unique characters, just return -1. Okay, let's run code. It's accepted. Let's run all the test cases. So we have a success. So this is the first solution. We could solve this another way. So if we have string love LeetCode, one way of doing this is because we have 2 methods in JavaScript, which we can use in this coding challenge, which is index of and less index of. We could say that we have pointer here, and we use index of, which is 0, and less index of, which will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are not the same. So we know this L is not unique, and we can just move pointer with O, right, which is index of 1, and the other one is not 1, right? They are not equal, so move pointer V, the index is 2, and the last index is also 2, right? And we can then return index, right, which is 2. If we go all the way, we just return -1. So times complexity of the second solution is, we're doing, for every letter we're doing 2 passes. for the searching of the index, which is of n square, right? And the space complexity of is of 1, right? So let's go to solution. Okay, so let's do a for loop. Just assign this to its character, and if so we're saying that if the index of character, the first index of character and the last index of the same character are the same, they are unique, and just return the letter I. If we don't find any unique character, just return -1. So let's just run the code. It's exact, but let's run all test cases, and it passes. I hope you found this video helpful. Till next time, bye!